Welcome to Movie Talk Mondays. I am your host, C's Monroe, and today we're here to talk about M. Night Shyamalan film, Trap. So Trap is one of those M. Night Shyamalan films that's written and directed by him, but it doesn't include aliens, ghosts, or men with superpowers for no odd reason. This film was actually grounded into reality, and honestly, I can say that I appreciate that much more. And we all go into M. Night Shyamalan films waiting for that twist. But this time we can honestly say that everything that was in the trailers is what you get in this film. There was nothing extra besides seeing the story played out. But there was nothing extra there. Like, the guy that we were looking for in the trailers that we thought was the enemy or the antagonist was the antagonist. So that kind of worked out. I honestly didn't know how this was going to work. M. Night Shyamalan has been on a deep decline. So anything that he's released in the last, I want to say, decade just hasn't hit like a Sixth Sense, Signs. Like, it just hasn't worked for him lately. Now, they've done decent at the box office, your olds and so on and so forth. But I don't think that this film is going to do very well. Just off the fact that just the timing that it's coming out, I feel like it was rushed. There was not a lot of marketing put behind it. And on top of that, it's the decline of his career. So I think that's why it's not going to get the money that it deserves. It is Monday. I haven't looked at the box office numbers, but I'm pretty sure they're not where they need to be. By the way, because it's Monday, this show is going to have spoilers in it because you guys should have seen this film over the weekend. Now, Trap, starring Josh Hartnett, was a film about a butcher, a kidnapper named the Butcher, being placed in this sting operation to get him brought in so he can go to jail, so on and so forth, and everyone lives happily ever after. The funny thing about this film is, or just the concept in general, is it's something that actually happened in the 80s. They had a sting operation to bring these people with warrants into one facility, claim that they won like some football tickets, and then they arrested them. Now, out of the 3,000 people that they invited, only 100 came, but that's 100 felons, guys. That's a lot to catch at one time off of one sting. But those are the type of things that we don't pay close attention to, and I thought that was just a little fun fact I want to throw in there for you. But all in all, this film really gave you everything that it was supposed to give you that you've seen in the trailers. And I was shocked that it kept me entertained for the hour and 40-minute runtime. Because to me, I'm just like, how are you going to keep me intrigued for an hour and 40 minutes about a guy being trapped in a concert and he needs to get out? The first hour, they were there. There was nothing going on for the most part, but him trying to figure out ways to get out of there. Again, I'm shocked that it was him because it was him. Like, they showed it at the beginning of the film where it was kind of like he had this boy in the basement and he's looking at him on his phone. So there's no question that's him. He's the villain. How are they going to find him? Later on, you kind of find out why the sting operation was put into play. And honestly, it was a concert, but he had purchased tickets to the concert, so they knew he was going to be there. But he was so meticulous with his art form, I guess we call it, that it would have never happened the way that they said happened, because one of the protagonists in the film kind of gave away what happened and how she figured out, or how they figured out who the butcher was, or how the butcher was going to be at the concert. Later on, we find out it was his wife that gave up that information by putting the receipt to the concert into one of the houses that the butcher was staying at or using for his victims, pretty much. All in all, I give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. I really think M. Night Shyamalan did a phenomenal job. Again, guys, I was shocked at this. This is something that I wasn't expecting. It kept me entertained. It kept me intrigued. And it kept me guessing, like, when are they going to throw a switcheroo in there? Now, some of my pet peeves in the film is like the guy that was kind of telling the butcher what was going on about the sting. And it's like, first off, there's no one that bad at their job. And then there was another thing where the cops were being tricked and the driver is being tricked and all these like weird things that were happening to keep him in the place of potential victims and also, I guess, keep us intrigued. So I didn't mind it as much because it did keep me intrigued to what's going to happen next. But again, it goes back to the guy that was telling the butcher all about the sting operation. Like, nobody can be that terrible at their job. I'm pretty sure that there's not cops out there that's just allowing somebody to pass them up because they're wearing a uniform, or a driver that knows he's been driving for this celebrity the whole day all of a sudden is getting removed by a cop and nobody else notices so he can drive off with that victim or potential victim. So it was weird stuff like that. And that's why I couldn't give this a 9, but this movie was damn near perfect. Like, they did a phenomenal job. M. Night Shyamalan did a great job with this film. I can't wait to watch it again. I'm honestly going to take my family to see it because I feel like it's an important thing to do, because sometimes we forget about these type of things, right? Like, there's dangerous people out there. So you guys should definitely go check this movie out. 8.5 out of 10. Trap. M. Night Shyamalan is back. He is showing that he's listening to the people. He's grounded in reality right now. So hopefully we get to keep him doing stuff like this. But unfortunately, I don't think the box office is going to show the results that he's expecting or that he wants. So he might transition to something else again. So we'll see. But let me know what you think, guys. I appreciate y'all for tuning in for Movie Talk Mondays. Go ahead and leave it down below, your thoughts. If you've seen this film, what you thought about it. Do you think I'm wilding? Do you feel like there's a better rating I should be giving this, or a worse rating I should be giving this, just off what the film was? Again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll see y'all later on this week. Peace.